Obutonga dada nkobera yoba Kyabazinga bwaife wanono nakula n'empisa ky'obwobonana musa abunvu waise bantu kabulo okuna kobono waife Kyabazinga omulala ono nzijamirye atalya nkoko buli lwasituka abayo yante kina mungo omusoga ng'oligali mwenda mungo omusoga ng'oligali muga mungo omusoga ng'oligali banange lero lwaisanu lero lwakinya lero kangumwe lero katubirye kubanga baba asiimye. Banange baba tweta tuje Kyabazinga wenono tujeyo banange zena nandese tuje mwene kyalo tujeyo kulembera tujeyo Kyabazinga wenkabi omusoga ko bati kisikibi kifanana mwene kyo ndi musoga tobobo nandogera olusoga anti nwemba naluwomya emisaye mito omusete yanomba kobereku omusoga ko batya atyako yetalya bwami kagero kalungi abalutegeera mwetegeire basoga banange busoga ekuze nze ndi musoga omusoga ko batya ensekere ekuluma eva mu mugaireko basoga banange tugayite enkumu tugiyite veewo baba funvuwa Gabula Nadiope buli lwosiima busoga etereera era bwosiimye obusoga bulaire bweninga wale nti abalangira mbabona kusaidi yeno baminisita batyaime abatakatuna twena tutereire entende obusoga bulaire zendi kasinga kampande ntyaime ku magezi abatangenda balinda lwendifa balimpaana kati abadde asomesa olusoga omusoga akoba ati mwene ndiki talwa kuloga
I would like to inform you that His Majesty, the King of Busoga, is welcoming you and greeting you. Baba tusangaire, webali kuida, sangaire mukina yengoma dirigala. Kulamusa baba. Tusangaire kukina yengoma dirigala. Bana mufunire omukulu oyo.
So what can we do to help our people in Buyende, our people in Busoga, to fight this idea of illiteracy? I come from Buyende. I went to primary school in Buyende. How come our son can made it to the university and did an engineering degree? Right now, I also work with MTN. and I've been in charge of construction of what you call a mirongot. And I started to work very hard to ensure that our Busoga area is connected, but also to ensure that the children in our area get interested in education. But I knew the reasons why most of the kids would not make it to university. Coming from Buyende, the schools are too far. Just in Buwaidha alone, the primary school close where I used to go is about 10 kilometers a day. So imagine a young child, 6 years, to trek 10 kilometers every day to school and back. Maybe they can do for the first 1 year or first one term. After a while, they give up. And that has been the story. So my brother Ivan and I, when we met the king, we then began to talk to our friend and vision bearer of Life Ministries, Dr. Richmond, and asked him a question: is there something we can do to provide access to education to the children in Buyende? And that gave birth to New Life Academy. And as I speak now, we are educating 180 children free of charge in this area of Buyende, where the mayor of Buyende is around, can testify to that. And we've seen a lot of impact on that. But I want to ask our chairman and vision bearer, Dr. Richmond, who has really understood and has a vision around what we are trying to do, to come and perhaps express to you the impact. We were studying under a tree barefoot, and their breakfast was a mango. And we said 4 years ago, this cannot continue. We can do something about it. So let me invite someone who has allowed partner with the king and the people in Buwaidha to make a huge difference around the education, to speak more about it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's invite Dr. Richmond Wanda.
Thank you so much, Gerard. Our very esteemed King, Dr. Richmond Wanda. I am the lead pastor of the New Life Church, but I'm also the vision bearer of Kyabazinga, Africa. One of the things that drives me as an individual is to see life change. When I was very young, something very unfortunate happened to my family. I come from a big family of 6 children. And that unfortunate thing that happened was...
Stephanie von Rosenberg. I'm from Moneta, Virginia, and I've been privileged to bring teams to Uganda for the past 4 years. We've had a total of 54 people come over the 4 years, and we've served well over 1,000 people in Busoga, specifically in Buwaidha. We've brought eyeglass clinics and medical clinics. So we bring eyeglasses from the United States and give them away free. We test their eyes and find their prescriptions that they need, and then we fit them with a pair of glasses that fit them. And also we do medical clinics where we are able to treat malaria, worms, infections, all different kinds of things. So the biggest things that we've been able to accomplish also is bringing the gospel to the people of Buwaidha. This year alone, we had 167 people come to Christ through our clinics. What a joy that is, and what a rejoicing in heaven that is. But we also have saved lives. Last year, we had a woman that was pregnant with twins that were breech, and we paid for her to have a C-section. So now all 3 of them who may have died in childbirth are now alive and well. We also had a gentleman last year who was told his hand needed to be amputated. We were able to treat him and give him the medication that he needed, and now he is well and whole of using his hand. We also had a woman that fell into boiling water, and we were able to treat her, and it's like she hasn't even had an injury. So God has been faithful in healing and bringing people to us, and we just love serving the people of Buwaidha and Busoga. We're just happy to be here.
amaina neirobozi engineer Gerard Sabiri era nga ninze executive director wa New Life Schools, New Life Academy e Buwaidha. So nga ekitulese wano olwaleero nokwidda okukyalira baba ni n'abalangira Royal Chiefs Council okubategeeza ebaire bijja mu maiso nkani update kuba omulimu guno twagutandika emyaka ena inuma era nga Kyabazinga yaliwo nga tutandika kubanga ekitundu kino ekyobuwaidha kibaire n'obuzibu bw'abaana obutajja ku isomero. So Buwaidha twatambula naye twakoba nti tutandikewo isomero ery'abaana abato aba nasale memale tuva okwo tugaite ku isomero lya primary. So far isomero lya nasale liriwo buli tulina abaana 18 era nga basomera bwerere. Okusomesa omwana omulala mu isomero eryo lya New Life mitwalo 35, abazaire baleta ku mitwalo 9. Edisigairewo obwa Kyabazinga New Life Ministries n'obuyamba kwa abazaire okubona nti abaana babita mu kusoma buli taamu bulungi batyo. Ekyokubiri tuwaire abantu b'okukyala emirimu, tulina abasomesa 15 n'abantu abandi abatukolera oti 10. So wona tulina abatukolera 25. Ekyo kibaite kibangawo ku kyalo ekyo ng'ate bonabona abasinga bakukyalo okwo n'abandi abasomesa abaali nga bakali kumaliriza kusoma kwaibwe twabayizaayo ba graduatinze n'abasomesa 2 nti aba graduatinze. So guno omulimu gutwenze okumukobera n'okumutegeeza nti omwaka guno tulijatandika okuzimba primary school kubanga butinasa school yawa. So far we've invested over obatairemu sente eduswika mu kaire olusanvu era phase eiraku ey'okuzimba primary school yo ejja tukostinga billioni 2. Ekyo ekizimba already twakitaaku n'erina ne Gabula Nadiope IV.
Of course, coming from USA in your different states, I know most of you are coming from Virginia. In as much as you're not being specific, I don't know whether you're coming from Norfolk, whether you're coming from Richmond, whether you're coming from Lynchburg, whether you're coming from Manassas, whether you're coming from Potomac Mills, and whether maybe you're coming from Tyson's Corner. I'm not certain, but I would be grateful to know which particular area you're coming from in Virginia. Oh, good to see you. Because I'm normally around Potomac in Maryland and Arlington in DC. So I'm much interested in Virginia. That's true. In as much as you have your speed limits. You're one of the states with dangerous traffic laws because of your speed limit. Normally people get a lot of tickets in Virginia, especially first time people to come in Virginia. We are grateful from where you've come from because we know it's a long distance, but having interest in Africa, and particularly in Uganda and Busoga Kingdom, we are very delighted and happy to see you here. And I'm pretty sure most of you are still a bit jet lagged, given the time difference, but feel at home. And we know we shall continue working with you. I'm getting back to the story of New Life Schools. Of course, at the beginning, I was a bit astonished because I went to New Life Academy before it became into a school, and it was my first time in my entire life to see a very dilapidated small house where most of the students in Buwaidha were studying from. And of course, what made the story more interesting was that even the 2 teachers that I met, of course, one of them was disabled, the lady, and secondly, they were using their small house as well as part of the classroom blocks for the students. And of course, that would happen especially when it normally rained, given the kind of environment that I found. So it was my first time to experience such to experience such kind of lifestyle. But of course, I was very happy that the Busoga clan, where most of our people here belong, decided to forfeit a huge amount of land for purposes of development and purpose of seeing new life within the communities, as the saying goes. And I'm happy that the dream has come true so far. Therefore, I extend our sincere gratitude from Busoga Kingdom for the great job well done. Of course, I last went there about 2 years ago, but there was great progress. And I'm pretty sure there is much more at the moment. When I saw some of the pictures yesterday, I was very happy that you've decided to venture into the health sector, where I saw you having community activities centered around helping the different communities away from the children, treating them different diseases, checkups, and so forth. Therefore, we are very happy as a kingdom because we believe that if we have our people living in a healthy environment, then they shall be in position to work hard and sustain their families and the different communities. So thank you for taking that initiative of going ahead, apart from educating the young generation, and as well supplement it with the health side of life. Then, of course, thirdly, away from that, thank you for bringing the different kinds of arrangement, for instance, for ensuring that our people are religiously okay, because through religion, you've constructed a church which is growing as per the updates that I received. And we know through people being God-fearing, they will be morally upright. So as a cultural institution, we are happy that you're helping us to shape the different communities within Buwaidha. And we do hope that more and more people shall come. We are very grateful. Then, of course, on the side of the community, I normally receive feedback from them. The feedback loops demonstrate that they are seeing a lot of new events unfolding. For instance, the infrastructure, of course, the busy environment, the exposure that comes with it, the job opportunities created, and so forth. We are therefore very happy that Buwaidha, that was known to be a deep village in a remote area, is certainly becoming one of the very best examples in our kingdom, where people are seeing rampant development in different spheres within the community. Thank you for taking off time to develop that area, especially being strategically located in the center of Buyende district. We know as time goes on, we shall see further development. Thank you for those great initiatives. And because on our side, we are committed to continue working with you. And we know that as time goes on, we shall further strengthen our relationship into the different projects and into the different exchange programs between Busoga Kingdom and you as partners. Therefore, on behalf of Busoga Kingdom, I'm officially committing ourselves to continue working with you in order to further improve the livelihoods of our people. Of course, as a kingdom, we have different structures and our kingdom, and I'm glad they have introduced to you the Chiefs Royal Council, the different chiefs from different chiefdoms, and would be very grateful for them to go to as well work with you, since they are the helm of mobilizing our subjects, they are the helm of passing on the different messages to different communities, and at the same time, the kingdom being a people-centric organization, it would be good for them to be included in your programs in order for us to further strengthen our relationship and to have further development. Thank you for as well tackling the poverty rates, because we know Buwaidha is no longer the same. Buwaidha of 4 or 5 years ago, a lot has transpired and a lot has changed. Therefore, we thank you for joining us to ensure that we reduce the poverty rates in Busoga sub-region. And thank you as well for being good listeners, because at the moment, being a goodwill UN ambassador in charge of teenage pregnancies, I'm delighted that you've started initiating different programs that are geared towards fighting and reducing the teenage pregnancies in Busoga sub-region that had become alarming. I do believe that you'll engage a higher gear, especially in Buyende. It has been very rampant. It has been one of the alarming areas, so that we can be in position to work together and tackle these vices in our kingdom. Of course, for the interest of time, I won't say much, but I thank you for setting up the university, and I would be happy to pay a visit to see the new changes, because I've been briefed a lot has happened in a short time, which is furthering a lot of developments in Buwaidha. And I'm happy that you've managed to ensure that the dream finally becomes true. And very soon, the university shall commence and educate our different communities within society. I once again thank you for paying us a courtesy visit and look forward to working with you further. Busoga Kwisanya, Amen.